Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to October. Hope you guys are pumped for some Higurashi when they cry. I know I am. So, welcome everybody to the stream. Hello Proxima, hello DX, hello Ruben. It's nice to see you all. Welcome to the stream. So yes, this is going to hopefully become a regular reoccurring Halloween series because there's a lot of chapters of this. And we did chapter 1 last year. I brushed up on just a quick summary of it before going into this, so I'm refreshed. I remember what happened, and hopefully that'll lead in here as well. And yeah, I'm really happy to see you, Proxima. I know you mentioned that you really, really like this series, so I'm happy you can get started with Chapter 2 right away. And also, I have installed the 07th mod for Chapter 2 as well, which lets me cycle through the art styles. And we're also going to be using the old soundtrack, because apparently this has had several soundtrack revamps, and the Steam version, which I listened to last time, only has like 8 songs in it. And many people think it's inferior. So I'm going to give I think it's either the original or like it sounds as close to the original as they could get on it. So hope that's okay with people. We're going to just be trying some stuff out. That's the idea. Alright. Also, I'm going into this completely blind. Please do not spoil anything for me, or we're going to have a problem. Alright, here we are. How wonderful. Oh yeah, I can close out of Google Chrome now. And sure enough, slightly different title screen because it's Chapter 2. We used to have like the sunset overview of the village. Now it's the shrine in particular. So this is Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2. Watanagashi is its subtitle. So this will definitely be interesting. Yeah. That's actually a fairly accurate summary of the first chapter, DX. Yes. Keiichi goes crazy, Rena needs her meds, Mion is possibly drunk on power, Satoko is annoying, and Rika is baby girl. That's a pretty accurate summary. So there was a lot of stuff that was kept vague in Chapter 1, where, like, first we kind of had the introduction to the world, then we had the actual murders. Toмотake, the guy with the camera, had his neck clawed out, which was very gruesome. His girlfriend, creepy lady, also disappeared. Nobody knows where she went. And then police officer Uichi called Keiichi and is like, hey, I need you to keep an eye on things because I think bad stuff is happening. And then we seemed to think that our friends were like plotting to kill us. And then I thought he was going crazy for a while, but then they actually did try to kill us by injecting us with some kind of drug that would make us claw our throat out. At least that's what they told us. Keiichi killed both Rena and Mion when they came to visit him. He hid evidence. He hid the needle that they had that they were going to inject him with, and like stuffed it in somewhere with a note that hopefully wouldn't be found. But apparently it got found. And then he called the police chief from a telephone pole, and then apparently he clawed his throat out as well. So that's how things remember it. That's how I remember it. I have no idea how the heck we're going to continue with this, because literally, like, more than half of the main characters now are dead. Keiichi and Rena were the two main characters in Chapter 1, and they are both dead now. Mion was the next biggest character, and she's also dead. So is this just going to be Satoko and Rika? Are we going to play as the police chief now? Or I don't know how this is going to happen, but... Oh well, this is what we're here for. This is the blind Let's Play and all of that. Oh, can we watch the opening? I did not watch the opening on the first chapter because they're like, this could have minor spoilers, and I'm like, yeah, no spoilers. But from what I heard, they're like, no, it's fine, especially if you played Chapter 1. So I have enabled it this time. If we hit start, we should see it. Hopefully it doesn't take my stream down or anything. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the game takes place in 1983, I believe. So maybe 15-year-old boys were a little more reliable back then. Okay. I think all the configuration settings should be fine. Yeah. Oh, and we can have the... F10 is the mod menu. Yeah, so we can do quick cycling for the mods here. But I should have set that up in advance. Also, every single light in my place is turned off for maximum horror. Ooh. Well, here we go. Alright. Watanagashi, The Most Possibilities, Cotton Drifting Chapter. How is your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onekakushi, but extremely vicious. What do you mean, difficulty? There were literally no choices to make in the first chapter. There was the only difficulty, like, oh, can you stomach this? Because I was not that... Well, okay, I was creeped out by Chapter 1, but it was more of a psychological issue with, like, Rena's creepy faces and creepy behavior. Much more so than any of the violence that happened, so... Alright, this is a creepy-looking shrine. I can't wait. Let's start. Oh, yeah, let's open the horror game with children laughing. That's a great one. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Fredrika Bernkestal. Didn't she have a weird poem at the beginning of Chapter 1 as well? I don't even know who that is. Oh, the difficulty is solving the mystery. Oh, okay. Cool. AD, yep, 1983. Early summer of the 58th era of the Shoho era. Alright, yep, this is the opening I skipped last time. That is loud. That is really loud, my goodness. we got some cute art. And very short skirts. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these are Chapter 1 CGs. Some weird imagery here. Who are these characters? Who the heck are those characters? Maybe they're new characters that will be introduced in this chapter. Oh, I love the imagery here. I don't know, like, half of these characters. It's okay, I won't remember their faces anyways, before they get introduced. Oh, hey, hi! I just wanted to say, I like your hairstyle. Very nice! If there were spoilers in that, I did not pick up on them, so... Cool! That was a nice little intro. Oh yeah, totally forgot in my summary, Satoko's older brother Satoshi originally joined the gaming club we were part of, and then he disappeared last year, and that's part of the reason why Keiichi became so paranoid. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Okay, so who is this? Wait, this is Keiichi's room, huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Was it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep for the morning on Sunday? Why am I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep. Back to sleep. Mion was with a lot of girls in that opening. Okay, yeah, so the opening has characters from a lot of the different art. Okay. Keiichi? We are not dead? Or is this like a prequel/midquel? At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Did we go back in time? Marty! Keiichi! You gotta save me from the Libyans! Rena's here too. Okay, so, something's going on then. Let's just accept it. But Rena, you're a psycho. I've seen the truth. I think part of the reason why I got creeped out by Rena is the fact that she shares the same voice actress as Nagisa. It was 11 o'clock. And then she was, so it was like Nagisa acting psychotically. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. Bruh, it's Sunday. You gotta get early to bed, early to rise. Oh, yep, so Mion's here as well. Hi. It would be good morning. Haven't we had this conversation before? This conversation seems very familiar. Like, I feel like we had either this exact one or a similar one in Chapter 1. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members? Ooh, I guess while we're here, we can take a look at the different BGMs. So this is the one that I selected. The remake is the one I think we had for Steam. There's a track called Fascism, apparently. No, this is the one that I had originally. This is the Steam one. Okay. Yeah, so we'll try this BGM. This one's catchy. I like it. Uh-huh. Sure. I'm gonna accidentally cut these characters off a lot. I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? Yeah, there's like 12 people in this town. Yeah, she's psychotic like that. Well, yeah, you gotta bring the bike everywhere. It's the law. Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. Oh boy, she's gonna cheat? A couple days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. Flashback! It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. For the first 4 arcs, known as the question arcs, the score was all royalty-free music. Okay. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second. Damn it! To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip! Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact that she lost the match. I've been there. I've been there. So often when you lose and you're like, oh no, if I just hadn't done that one thing, I would have won. Yeah, we've all been there. I feel the pain. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Ah! I hope they're not playing Mario Party, because there's no way of predicting who's going to win that. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before handing up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get my key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. What traffic? Well, duh. Best part of the evening. You don't want to be late for dinner when Mom's around. After unlocking the chain from my bike to the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. I still have no clue what's going on or how this is relating to the first chapter, but I'm just gonna sit back and take it as it comes, I think. If I get any kind of theories, then I'll let people know. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Hey girls. It's been a year. Yeah, they were the only 2 normal characters. Well, correction. Rika was the only normal character. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the school. Oh yeah, 1 hour bike ride. I forgot about that one. Whoops. The town of Okinomiya is completely separate from Hinamizawa. Okay, so they're going into a different... That's a town, this is a village. Okay. I'll try to remember that. Rena likes to look nice. I respect it. Oh yeah, and if memory serves... Yeah! That's right. In the OG art style, Mion has a gun with her at all times. But then they adapted that out of the console and the Steam versions.
なぜか現金輸送車の順路とか時間とかをいつもレナに教えてくれるんだよ。
I don't know why they adapted the gun out. That would be very popular with American audiences.
なんでだろうね、なんでだろうね。
What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that.
マジかよ、ミオン。
レナまだ何言ってんの。
Rena's... We do a little trolling. We do a little trolling here.
みーちゃんごめんね、みーちゃんごめんね。
Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today.
おい、二人とも、サトコとリカちゃんが先に待ってるんだろ。じゃれてないで早く行こうぜ。
Is this like a parallel universe or something? Maybe. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun.
そうだね。じゃあ行こうか。
It is interesting that because of just how small the town is, like the high school students have to hang out with the middle school students.
目標は10億強奪。山分けしたらみんなで高飛びだぜ。
Well, 1 billion yen. Well, no, that's still a lot. After Chapter 1, you believe Mion would rob people? Would not surprise me. The three of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. Love that piano! Oh yeah. It's cool getting to listen to new music. The view expanded as the Okinomiya station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. Yeah, an hour bike ride's no joke. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya for itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station.
こっち側は来るの初めてだな。
こっちにはね、ゲームセンターとかおもちゃ屋さんとかがいろいろあるの。
If we see Tomoya here, I will flip.
みーちゃんが詳しいよ。
ゲーセンもあるのか。俺、前は結構通ってたからな。ゲーマーの血がうずくぜ。
Yeah, I'll dominate the arcades.
ゲーセン通いなんて、ケイちゃん不良だね。今度来た時に案内してあげるよ。結構台数を揃えたいい店があるから。
Okay, if it's Dance Dance Revolution, I will fail. But no one beats Artie at Whack-A-Mole. It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Oh, this is where we went to Hooters with the police chief last time. Well, not here specifically, but this town. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. It sounds like the New York City Koreatown good times. Interesting. Oh, if you remember correctly, Mion originally was supposed to have an airsoft or a BB gun. It was supposed to be a plot-relevant thing to Mion's character, but due to real-life tragedies happening at the time, it wasn't written. Aww. Stupid real life ruining everything. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves.
ひょっとしてあの店で今日何かイベントでもあるのか？
We're having a sale!
その通り。優勝賞金は5万円。
Dang, $500? That's not bad!
5万円？
$500? I'll do it.
なんだよそれ。
I don't care what it is, I'll participate.
ケイチ王国の
That's
5
not
年分
true.
の GNP に匹敵するぞ。
Real life would be so much simpler if there was no real life. You know what I mean, though. That's the GNP of the People's the People's Republic of Keiichi. Okay, that was some witty dialogue. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands.
皆様が
Oh, hey! It's Rika and Satoko.
お待ちしてましたよ。おはようございますなのです。
おあ、
Hey,
おはようリカちゃん。
sup, dudes?
サトコ、警察が来る前にケリをつけるぞ。
Yeah, that's the reaction. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, good morning, Rika. Satoko, I'm gonna own you today.
目標は10億強奪だ。
ケイチさんの話がわかりませんわ。
Oh, we're doing a GTA heist. Everybody gets a different part. You're the bomber,
遅く
Satoko.
なったかな。リカちゃんたちは今来たの？ 今日は早く終わったのでだいぶ待ってましたですよ。
I enjoy Rika as a character as well. I like her dress. It's
そりゃ
very cute.
悪いことしたわ。こっちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
ケイチでは仕方ありませんですよ。
Wow. She also could say some ruthless things at times. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute! Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy?
もちろんケイチさんでなくては務まらない大役でしたよ。
Oh, gosh. Ugh, the Tsundere's back.
実に嫌な大役だな。こんなので丸く収まると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack.
ケイチさんがぶったー。
Uh-oh. Keiichi, even if she's a brat, doesn't mean you get to hit her. Of course, I'm pretty sure that's crocodile tears.
ケイチにいじめられてかわいそうですよ。
Rika's such a savage. She's just like, oh, well, it can't be helped.
さとこちゃん泣いてるな。
Oh no, not the Fists of Doom!
お持ち帰り。
I don't know how old Rika is supposed to be, but she definitely is no older than middle school,
悪い
so...
人はレナお姉ちゃんがやっつけてあげるからね。
Oh no. Blam! Rena ecstatically wipes the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently pats mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes. This is fine. Do I prefer the Steam sprites or the console sprites? I prefer the Steam sprites. Having said that, there are a small handful of the console sprites that I think are really good. I wish you could pick and choose, because I think I like Satoko's console sprites more, but I like the Steam sprites a lot more for other characters. Like, for example, I don't really like Rika's design outside of the Steam
やっぱりこれが
remakes.
正しい丸い収め方だよな。
Rika and Satoko are practically 10,
新しいオチを探した方がいいと思うけどね。
so they're still elementary school then. Or actually, wait, is 10 elementary or... Middle school's 3 years, so they're... Ow. That's even weirder that we're hanging out with them then, to be honest. Well then, ups-a-daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. You got punched in the face. Oh, this is a cute shop. I have dibs on the Frogger plushie and the Pez dispensers. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Oh boy, teenage boys. Apparently they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had just arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time. Oh boy. Mion already has a reputation of being the competitor here, I guess.
みーちゃんはこのおもちゃ屋さんの常連なの。だから友達もすっごく多いの。
I'm not sure if those are friends or just like, oh, doll, you stink!
おもちゃ屋
Or
の常
both.
連って何なんだ？
ほらケイチさん、奥をご覧なさいませ。
Following Satoko's prompting, I take a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of a birthday party. There's a gun advertisement on the wall. Can we buy the gun? I kind of want to buy the gun. I realized it immediately.
まさかこれって部活の会場なのか？
I thought Keiichi and Mion were 1 or 2 years away from graduating high school. Rena was a year younger than us. And then Satoko and Rika, I thought, were like 12. Then again, I've only played Chapter 1, so I will trust other people's who have actually played and know the series over that. Looks very claustrophobic. And look at how many people are here. Look at all the people that are sitting at these chairs.
驚いたかい、ケイちゃん。
Alright, I mean, if we... Toy store, this works well for a venue.
私、この店のおじさんと仲良しでね。
You're
た
good
ま
friends
に
with
キ
the
ャ
owner,
リアイベン
huh?
トってことで、ゲーム大会を開かせてもらってるんだよ。
That's kind of cool. It's like the board game stores that can like hold D&D sessions, or like, hey, it's Dominion night. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants? Yeah.
そうなの。いつもは5人だけど、今日はもっともっと大勢での部活なんだよ。
Oh, we definitely got to win to represent Hinamizawa. Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern.
ケイチさんの考えてること、手に取るように
Okay.
分かりましたよ。
That's a new sprite on me, I believe. Oh, the noodle arms. The original art style is... You can tell it was original. Yeah, I wish I could have these sprites for Satoko, but keep the Steam sprites for the others. Like, do a mix and match, because, man, she has amazing sprites in the console art style.
ほう。じゃあ試しに行ってみようか。言うぞ。せーの。
These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. That was not a harmonious voice, actually. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was $500. My eyes lit up like a flame.
ね、ケイちゃん。今日は楽しめそうでしょ
You bet, kid!
ライバルが何人増えようが狙うものに変わりはないさ。
ライバル
It's funny because I have the Steam page pulled up right behind the window that I'm playing the game in, and I can see on the banner for the Steam page, PS2 Mion. So I've got Steam Mion and PS2 Mion staring at me at the same time.
ケイちゃん、クジラが水を飲むとき、今飲んだ水の中に何匹シラスが混じっていたか、いちいち数えてると思う
Mion, I don't believe in whittling people down to being the same as Krill. She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today.
本気なのは私だけじゃないよ。ほら、リカちゃんを見てごらんよ。
Does Rika even have a serious expression? Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me.
なんだありゃ。
Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness. Oh no, Rika's aware enough that people find her cute and adorable, and she's using that to her advantage. This does not bode well.
僕も頑張るのですよ。ファイト、王なのです。ファイト、王
Oh great, sounds like we got a bunch of weebs here. Oh wait, they're in Japan, so I guess you can't really be... Well... Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit!
今日は楽しくなりそうだね。
Alright, I don't care if we lose the $500, but I am taking the Frogger toy back.
頑張るよ。
He looks so happy! Rabbit! I ain't no simp. It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had already entered entirely into cute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. No, I would take this version of Rena over Murder Rena any day. But honestly, I think the creepiest Rena was, Stalker Rena, who was trying to, pry open the door to our house with her, meal, in double quotes. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Why get mad? It's only game!
味も外分も捨てるくらいに本気だな。
That is true. Damn it, Mion. Oh wait, he already said that.
ケイチさん知らないんですの？賞金の5万円、ミオンさんの自腹で
Wait,
して。
what? Where does Mion get this kind of allowance? What? She was putting out the $500 all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
ん
I've got to take her $500. I have to. No, I get that. People can appreciate and like kids without it going in that direction.
何ケイちゃん
Sad that people have to
私の
specify
顔
that.
に何かついてる
Mion, I hate... Mion, I'm sorry, but as a practicing doctor, I have to diagnose you with a case of photonegativity. It's a very serious affliction. A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it. My knees are shaking like crazy. Palms sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They got candy here as well. I didn't notice it because I was distracted by the Frogger plushie. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃねえか。面白くなってきやがったぜ。
There's a lot of detail in this toy store. Like, I'm impressed. This is a cool background.
ケイチくん頑張ろうね頑張ろうねはう
Rena was already fully charged. Keep in mind, folks, this is $500 back in 1982. That's worth way more than $500 now. It's probably closer to like 1,000. Mortal laws and common sense hold no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely don't want to fight her if possible. Oh, great. She's got her own fan club now.
はい頑張りますですよ
Mion's family runs the village government, so that's why she's loaded. Oh, was that established in Chapter 1? I don't really remember. We never met any of Mion's family. We didn't meet any of anybody's family. Even Keiichi's parents didn't get sprites. I don't remember. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding feints had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Really?
もちろん一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね
Well, yeah, I feel like Mion would not be above cheating.
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが、
I also feel like Satoko would not be above cheating.
今日ほどヤバいと思う日はないぜ。
ミオンさん一昨日のポーカーで負けたの相当根に持ってるみたいでしたよ
らしいな。
Okay. I forgot about that. So, Mion owns the village. That's why she's got $500 to just
つま
spend.
り今日はミオンの復讐のための特設部隊ってわけだ。
Keep in mind, if Mion's family is the government, then that means that Mion's just offering us our own tax money! This is theft! Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned toward us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message, you guys just figured that out now? Well, I'm sorry, Mion, I forgot that your family was the government. It wasn't just Mion, but both Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there will be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく
I have a
同じもの
feeling
ですわね
in some way the police are gonna get called at some point in this competition.
いかがでございましょう
That's right, I forgot about that. Thanks for the reminder, Ruben. I appreciate it.
なんでしたらスマートに初戦をお手合わせ願えませんかしら
そうしよっか。俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしをし。
My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. Well, it probably is!
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよ。
Just like Ruby Roo!
殺気が隠せてないぜ。
あら残念ですわねケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重でしたよ
There's $500 on the line! Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch-black miasma permeated from inside the store. Did they all want to win the $500? Yeah, that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter to me, or it didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal was always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. Nice sound effects. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
みんないいかな
Hey, the owner doesn't get a sprite?
ゲージョーゲージョー
Guess he's not important. Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. When they play Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing, they always select winner take all. There were 15 people participating. We were split into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final. Yep, so it's a bracket system.
各択の競技方法なんだけど、これは各択で好きに決めていいよ。このお店にあるゲームなら何を使っても OK。
Wait, any game? So literally people can play any game? Like, I won in Hi-Ho Cheerio. I was like, I won in chess. It's like, okay, I feel like the skill levels were not proven in that situation. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
ミオン、質問いいか？みんな自分の得意ゲームを主張して決まらないんじゃねえのか？
はあ、そうだね。決まらないと始められないね。
Let's play Connect 4. I go first. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
紳士的に決めてほしいけど、そういう時は店のマスターが決めるってのでいい？
I could go for that. It was an event at a toy store, after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. Wow, that store's gonna make bank! If I legit had to select a board game, or like a card game, or some kind of a game that I was confident I could win at, I think I would pick Dominion. I'm quite good at Dominion, and Dominion's also one of those games. It's my favorite board game / card game. It's actually a card game, and it's one of those games where I really have fun even if I lose. So that's what I would go with. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. We used a draw to split into 5 groups. Okay. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets. Oh, that the shop owner had prepared. Okay. Now it was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush them! At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye.
当然わかってると思うけど、部活メンバーには一般参加者とは別に罰ゲームがつくからね。
How about we just play for fun? And $500.
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。内容はなんだ？
I love the bass in this song.
勝者が敗者一人一人に1個命令。
The winner gets to give the losers one. That is incredibly vague, and I do not accept that. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? Yeah, she would. I saw what happened in the first timeline. Or the first chapter, or whatever it is. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。つまり、ビリでなくても罰ゲームってことだな。
Yikes.
そういうこと。
Alright.
勝者がない場合は、部活メンバーが全員途中で脱落したらお流れか？
She's like, that won't happen.
ケイちゃん、脳みそは元気？
何？
The look at Mion's eye became that of a lion bearing its fangs.
我が部の再生映画、どう間違ったらこんなひよこども相手に負けるっての？
Because if we have to play Pretty Pretty Princess, that game is pure luck. So there's no actual, like, strategy in it.
ケイちゃん、
Or what about Candyland?
初戦で消えて、私に恥かかさないでよ。
Was just to dress up in full clown get up and buy groceries at the supermarket? I would take that over some of the things they had to do in the first chapter. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become.
見てろ。ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじゃないってことを見せてやるぜ。
会おうね。決勝で。
And then Mion had to play Candyland, and she did not win, because she didn't get lucky. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All of the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I already caught in Mion's puppet streams made me feel uneasy. That was fine, though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. Oh, wow! We actually do get new characters with sprites. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's the button to... Oh, yeah, it's hide text box. That's where it is. Just in case I want to use this one as a thumbnail. You know, make the text box disappear. Yada yada. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look nice, and they have sprites, so they'll be important. They look younger than me. Huh?
あれお前ら学校のクラスメイトだよな。
あ、どうも。
Oh, hi, Tomita.
富田です。
Tomita.
彼は岡村です。
Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round would be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky! Time to destroy them without mercy.
みんなそれぞれに対戦ゲームを決めて始めてちょうだい。
Let's play arm wrestling. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my two classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
悪いな。どれも知らないゲームなんだ。もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ。
How about Go Fish? Of course they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Oh, I play that all the time. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner! Was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I thought he would pick the most expensive one. He's like, by the way, today this game is $1,000. No! Curses!
これなら俺も知ってるよ。二人も知ってるよな。ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す。
Oh, it's the game of life.
最後に生産して一番お金を持ってるやつが勝ちだ。
This is literally just a non-copyrighted version of the game of life. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit. He doesn't have all the game pieces!
2、3、4、出産祝いをもらう。
This is, yep, game of
全員
life.
から5000ドルもらう。
$5,000 in real life, by the
悪
way.
いね。
Okay, I've built a bit of a lead.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8と。ボーナス。銀行から10万ドルもらう。
Yikes! What? The tables were turned in an instant.
1、2、3。出世コースに進む。
Whoa, that's a good route. It seemed like my only piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had my doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I had only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck! What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? Are you going to pull an Arthur and cheat? I sure hope not. The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. I'm trying to imagine if I was 10 years old and was like gained $500, what would I even do with that? Honestly, 10-year-old Artie probably would have just saved most of it. I was not that much of an impulse buyer. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... What? They weren't doing anything? Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished? What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? She also has a gun. She probably cheated. Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle alone and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game?
じゃあ読みますよ。犬も歩けばくたびれる。
Okay. At the same instant the shop owner began sounding out the words, the card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth! Impossible! Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheeks. That's one reason why I would never join this gaming club. Games don't, like, work unless you follow the rules. She was rubbing it there.
かいよお持ち帰り
Oh, great. Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. This is a very sus deck of cards right there. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all the people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね。
Mm-hmm. Mion smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back.
かいレナ勝ってもこのカルタちゃんと買うよ
Don't buy the sus deck, Rena.
お持ち帰りはう
Buy Uno. After that, the second the card was started out being read, that was my impression of Rena picking the cards up. Such decisive sounds echoed. You like your interpretation better? Fair enough. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you had memorized the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satoko probably knew of the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided.
王女悪いけど僕も優勝賞金を狙ってるんだ
It's true. Everyone wants those $500.
悪く思うなよ
Honestly, it's a give and take. Oftentimes, I think we have a tendency to think back, big man, the good old days, like, they were so much better. And it's like, in some ways, that was true. Like, you know, you think back, it's like, you're like, wow, like, way back in the day, like, people were, like, a really tight-knit community, everyone knew everybody, you know, like, you had just close relationships with people, it was a simpler time. But on the other hand, if you, got an infection, then you died. And now we've got, you know, modern medicine, which really helps out. We also have things like air travel. You hope it doesn't drag on like Chapter 1? Probably not. I hope it starts with the creepy stuff soon. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. Well, she's in trouble.
決まったな
I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
そんな確かにここはハートのエース
There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confused, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. Oh, she cheated! Cool, so she should be disqualified immediately. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
あらケイチさんの勝負はまだつきませんのセンスないですわね
Oh, I was talking way back in the day, not just back in the 1980s. Yes, obviously there was air travel back then. With a refined tone of voice reserved only for winners, Satoko called out to me. From the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of the winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part of it is that her opponents didn't know his role had already been assigned.
やるじゃねえか。ハートのエースなんておしゃれな罠をかけやがって。
相手を仕留める罠はほんのちょっぴり。
Meaning you cheated.
それも1個で十分ですのよ。
Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh, right. How is Rika-chan doing? How is our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at the table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish opened and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform and you used a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing. It seemed they had planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but... It had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
わあ、釣れましたですよ。
うまいうまい。
Oh no.
リカちゃんうまいよ。
Her simp club is just going to let her win.
おっとっと。また釣られちゃったよ。
Okay, there's a discrepancy between the voice that we just heard and the fact that the voice apparently belongs to someone called Man. Just saying, that man definitely don't sound like he hit puberty yet.
リカちゃんはうまいな。
I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. The corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club.
リカちゃんの圧勝だよ。圧勝だよ。リカちゃん、お魚釣りうまいんだね。
Row, row, row your boat.
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思う。
Wow! Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできない、リカだから許される大技ですわね。
Yep. A masterful technique.
前原さんの番ですよ。
Dude, are you gonna stop sipping over the girls and play?
ああ、すまんすまん。俺の番か。1、
Yeah, come on.
2、脱税の追徴課税。
Darn it, again?
5万ドル支払う。
In contrast, my game. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれ、ケイチ君、ひょっとして苦戦かな。苦戦かな。岡村、あなた今いくらぐらい持ってますですの？
Okamura, who had run lots of money out of the elite course, began to count for a stack of white $100,000 bills.
98
Sorry, dude, the game's called
くらいかな。
Billionaire, and you're not even a millionaire yet.
富田はどれくらいお金持ちですか？
うん、僕は88万ドル。まだまだ逆転できる位置だね。
Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million.
で、
Poor
ケ
Keiji.
イちゃんはいくら持ってんの？
I'm gonna have $500 at the end of this, Mion. Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. Hey, I didn't pick the luck-based game.
仕方ねえだろ。このゲーム、ルーレット回す以外に何も作戦がないんだぜ。イカ様があるとしたらなんだよ。二人に目をつぶって100数えてもらって。
Bruh,
その
you
隙にルーレットに
can't
サイクルをするの
cheat.
か？そんなの
That's against
でき
the
るわけねえだろ。
rules. Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. Well, you could have fooled me with the sprite there.
ブー様ですわね。
You know what, Satoko? I don't like the attitude.
一度は好敵手と思ったのに。
You only won because you cheated. You're the biggest loser out of
幻滅
everybody.
でしたよ。投げちゃダメだよ、ケイチ君。
Rena's the one who had the most skill.
何か逆転があるはずだよ。
I guess we didn't see Mio's game. But I'm pretty sure she just paid everyone 220s to lose on purpose.
最後まで頑張ろう。
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mio? And that's why I don't play Mario Party. Mion's face, however, was an almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word.
おい、ミオ。
It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。みんな本気なのに。 ケイちゃんだけは本気になってくれなかったね。
Oh, brother.
本気ってなんだよ。
Bribery is also cheating. It's not a very satisfying form of victory. Then again, getting lucky also isn't satisfying.
気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ。
Yeah, use your psychic abilities.
そんなのできるかよ。
本気のケイちゃんならそのゲームでも開始10秒で蹴りをつけて
Yeah, she definitely just bought off her competitors.
みーちゃん、そんなに怒ることないよ。待ってよ。
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it! Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have sold the game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious? Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? No, it's because it's a game of luck. Ugh!
ゲーム進めます？
The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Uh-oh, he's gonna cheat. Bvimph! I clamped my hands on my shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
富田君、岡村君、取引しよう。俺を勝たせろ。
Bruh. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said, or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
Yeah, come on, bro.
話は最後まで聞け。お前らの望みは何だ？
Oh, we are gonna bribe them to win.
優
They're,
勝して5万円か？
we want $500!
そりゃそうですよ。5万なんて大金。二度とないチャンスですよ。
仮に優勝したとして、お前らその5万で何をする？どんな楽しみ方をする？
The two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、お菓子とか、ジュースとか。
See, this is what kids like to buy.
小せえ小せえ。バカかお前ら。
What are you doing, bro?
じゃあ前原さんが勝ったらどんな楽しみ方があるって言うんですか？
You fool. I'll invest in precious metals and sell it after inflation hits to make a fortune!
俺か？そこが本題だ。今から言うことを黙って聞け。
We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around.
まず富田君、君は里子萌えだよな。
Oh! This is dirty, Keiichi. You don't do this!
否定すんな。
Uh-oh.
そして岡村君、君はリカ萌えだな。
Well, who wouldn't like Rika?
赤くなるな。
I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of wherever everybody else heard what I just said, even closer.
美少女、萌え。
Okay, now we're getting a little too weird here, Keiichi.
男の推薦、男のロマン。
No!
なら永遠にたどり着けないエデンの園。
Okay, Keiichi, you're going way overboard
だ
right
こと目
now.
指すんだろ。それは俺たちのハートに熱い魂が燃えよと叫ぶからだ。
A sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more
俺
power!
が優勝したら富田君、里子を一日首輪付きで君の妹にしてあげよう。
That is dirty and disgusting. A red fountain spewed from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. That is not how nosebleeds work.
そして岡村君、君には猫耳リカちゃんに手綱をつけてお散歩させてあげよう。
This nasty. Blood erupted from the vein in his forehead. What the heck?
そうそう、そんなこと、
This just got many kinds of uncomfortable.
うるたえるな。お前たちは俺に無理やり付き合わされたことにすればいいんだ。前原先輩のわがままの犠牲者なだけいやいやでいいんだよ。分かってる。お前たちの胸の内は全部分かってる。
If this is what charisma is, then I don't want it. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
俺は灰色の学校生活を送ってきた。それがどんなにつまらなく人生の大切な時間を浪費したことになるのか匂ったから後輩のお前たちにはそんな時間を過ごしてほしくないんだよ。自分に素直になれ。夢を追え。そして叶えろ。俺が叶えてやる。俺がだ。
Oh, bro. This is becoming too anime for my liking. This was the moment that the values of men bridged generations. Yikes. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these 2.
じゃあいいな。
Yeah, Keiichi, you're weird, buddy. It's fine then.
行くぞ。せーの。ゲーム終了。
It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators were certain of my loss.
ケイチさん、どうなりましたの？勝敗は？
I'm pretty sure literally everybody lost.
俺の完全
Many
勝利だ。
things in that.
なんですって？あの状況、どうやってひっくり返しましたの？
家庭なんか必要ない。
You know, I appreciate the honesty, DX. I do.
男と男の決着だよな。ああ、みんな。
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll get a guy shirtless scene in here. The 2 of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Those 2 kids are going to be disappointed beyond belief if we don't take the whole thing home. Just saying. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage?
やったよ、ケイチくん。
We cannot tell Rena how we won. Actually, we can't tell anybody how we won, even though they're definitely going to figure it out the instant that we win overall and announce what the orders are. Yeah, we turned around that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know. There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. So it's just everybody knows Mion cheats openly, and they're just like, well, what you gonna do? I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited, out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh.
これが俺の本気ってことだよ。
No, that's what it means for you to be a lech.
ミオ。
遅えっての。
Baring our feints at each other, we laughed together in the most unsightly fashion.
じゃあこれで部活メンバーが全員1回戦突破ですわね。
You know what? Maybe Keiichi and Mion are perfect for each other.
ということは
Sorry, Rena.
今度はみんなで対決だね。対決だね。
Yeah, Keiichi is gonna ruin those kids' lives by his bad influence. You don't wanna be like that.
僕はもう賞金で買うものを決めています。
Dang, the confidence! Rika's just like, I already know what I'm gonna do when I win. Not if! When. Do tell,
も
Rika.
ちろんですわ。
Are you gonna buy a year's supply of gumballs?
ね
Satoko and Rena smiled, sneered at each other? These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when he gets serious?
ミオ、失敗だったな。お前はさっき俺に助言すべきじゃなかったぜ。
ひよこが
Well, it's true I don't have my own
私
gun.
に勝つなんて100万光年早いって。
Oh, I don't think so. I'm going to be video recording the entire match, and if you at any point cheat, I'll get it on video, and you will be an utter disgrace of the family for generations.
ミオ光年は距離の単位だぞ
Oh, Keiichi pulling out the even better retort. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。5人でどう戦うのかな
Rena deserves better.
かな
Well, then again, Rena's also secretly psychotic, so maybe she doesn't.
さーて
Actually, everybody's secretly psychotic in this game.
これだけ豪華な面々が揃ったんだからね。今日という日を急ぐのが惜しいよ。
みーの言ってる意味が難しいです。
If Rika turns psychotic, that'll probably be the scariest one of them all. Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape as she turned her back on the table.
今日の勝負を部長園崎美音が預からせてもらうよ。勝負方法と日時は未定。ギャラリーは多い方がいいね。ひなみ沢も沖宮も全ての人間の目の前で。これ以上ないくらい徹底的な決着をつけてあげるよ。
Capture the flag.
逃げる気ですのいくらみおさんでも卑怯ですことよ。
ひよこが生かされたことにまだ気づかんか。
The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance. She's like, guys, I don't actually have $500 to spend, so I have to win.
また会いましょう。せいぜい首でも洗っとくことね。
Boo! I want the match now. That's called an anti-climax right there. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers! When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious! The other members did great too! That new guy, Maibara, he's got some strange power. It's called the power of perversion. He turned the tables in an instant!
絶対優勝してくださいよ。
おうミオンなんざ逆さにしてサンズの川に叩き込んでやるぜ
You probably want to be careful where you say that out loud, buddy. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways! She's the undefeated Empress! I'm betting on Mion! No, it's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed! Satoko the Trap Artist! Rika the Siren! Okay, sorry, but I think Rika's at the least advantage here, because her, she's gonna be playing against people who aren't simping for her. Well, Keiichi might, but that's 1 out of 5. It may be a lone shot, but it'll be my Bara! However, right now, I have no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Mion got called back to the government. Outside of her, the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off.
逃げるなミオン部長なら逃げるな俺と戦え
We're gonna compete in Smash Bros, but it's Smash Brothers in real life. Advantage, Keiichi.
ごめんケイちゃん。私これからバイト。
The most normal one would definitely creep you out the most. Yeah, generally that's how it goes if people go creepy. Oh, sorry. Oh, she got a part-time job. Where at? Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing splits. It's not that surprising of news.
うん。ケイイチくんがゲームしてる間にみーちゃんに電話があったの。残念だね。
せっかく暑くなってきたのについてないよ。
Oh
お
no.
じさんの店でさ、特売にお客が殺到してるらし
Your
くて
uncle has a store!
レジが足りないから助けてって電話があったんだよ。
おじさんってなんだスーパーの店長でもやってんのか
ささやかなお店だけどね。
Ooh, I gotta know.
でもさ、特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。店員足りないのに卵1パックを一人様1点限り10円なんてやるな。
Wow! A dime for a carton of eggs? That's insane. I was a little surprised. You would never think this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn, Mion. She really knows how to fire people up. Yeah, all it takes is $500.
頭がジンジンしびれるくらい燃え上がったよ。
She's like, I gotta take up some extra shifts so I can afford the $500 prize.
ケイちゃん、怖かった。あの場で本当に噛み殺されるんじゃないかって思ったね。
お仕事だから仕方ないけど、本当に残念だね。
It's true. If you get called into work, you get called into work. I respect it.
この続き、本当にやりたいですわね。いつがいいでございましょう。綿流しのお祭りでやるのなんていいですよ。
Yeah, nothing bad will happen then.
綿流し祭五強爆闘か。そうだね。考えておくかな。
Well, I mean, the title of Chapter 2 is Watanagashi, so I assume there's gonna be some important stuff that happens there. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi Festival? Cotton drifting 5 demon... What? So, okay, so we went to the festival last time, and Keiichi doesn't know what it is, so this has to be... So this is not connected to Chapter 1, it seems.
私、週刊漫画みたいないい加減なノリ大好きなんだ。
I'm still confused as to how this is connected.
こんな痛快な部活が近いうちにまたできるといいね。
She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us?
今日はみんな本当にありがと
This guy sold all my most expensive games.
う。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。大したものじゃないけど、これ。
Oh, this is nice. We either went back in time, or this is an alternate timeline, or we're just... It's like, oh, no, Chapter 1 was the demo. It's not canon. It better not be non-canon.
吉郎おじさん。
Uncle?
私にはないの？おだちん。
Wait, she's working at this store? Or is this a different uncle?
あらあらあら、かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
わあ、これかわいい。
Well, Rena definitely likes
お持
that.
ち帰りしていいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。
No, I heard what you said to those kids over there. I don't appreciate it. You get nothing.
なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
Did you get the Frogger plushie? It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. One you'd use to play house. Oh, he got a doll. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and... Rika-chan too? I got the girliest one, of course I did.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Thanks, Uncle. I appreciate it.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうか、キュートっていうか。
Okay, Keiichi, you gotta give it to one of the girls. If you keep the doll for yourself, you're gonna get some raised eyebrows. I'm just saying that. Ooh, do we get a choice? I really hope we actually get an honest goodness choice of like, who do you give the doll to? I think that could be interesting.
可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
Yep, it's true. Mion didn't have to go that far, but she is true. She is correct. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Ren instead. You could have given it to Mion. She seemed like she was a little upset about not getting a present. Oh no! Oh! This is... We get our first CG. Oh my gosh, so that's the doll, and this is simultaneously heartwarming and heartbreaking, because you can see Mion in the back just like, oh, she gets it too, but Rena's like, yes! Best day ever! Wow! I freaking love the Mion art here. I assume it doesn't change. Okay, no. CGs are consistent throughout all of them.
くれるの？レナに？ありがとう。
方針のためだよ。レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
I think he probably should have at least offered it to Mion. Even if she was like, no, I don't like dolls, then you could be like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. But, like, come on, Ren already got something. Oh, okay, maybe she's taking it better than I thought.
違いない違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
I mean, her uncle works at the store. She also has a gun.
分かってるじゃない。
And she's got $500 pocket money, so she's good.
私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
I wouldn't go that
女
far.
でよかったな。男だったらもうとっくに殺してる。
Well, that's not very nice.
今のうちに殺しといた方がいいよ。
Yeah, Mion's a bit of a
じ
mystery
ゃ
to
ないと
me.
ケイちゃん、死んで後悔することになるから。
Uh-huh. I don't think I could take you in a fight because you got a gun. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her.
来世では神様に男にしてもらえるように頼めよ。
Yeah, that's not how that works.
俺も男にしてもらうから。
Uh-huh.
そしたらケイちゃんと組んで軽く全国制覇から始めようかね。
That would be... Oh, imagine if there's an alternate timeline where Mion actually is a boy. That would be somewhat interesting. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
じゃあね。
Okay, so, wait. So her uncle is the owner of the toy store, but then she has another uncle that she's working for at the job. Okay.
またねみんな。
She got a big family. That's nice.
明日学校で。
See ya!
バイト遅刻すんなよ。
Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
もうちょっと街で遊んでいく？それとも帰るかな？
Well, we gotta get home in time for dinner, and it's an hour bike ride.
暗くなると道が怖いですよ。
It's a small town, Hinamizawa. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Oh, wait.
では引き上げ時ですわね。今日は本当にいっぱい騒ぎましたわ。
そうだな。よっしゃ、帰ろうぜ。
I feel like Mion's feigning smiles. That's also possible. She's got $500 pocket money. She can buy her own doll if she wants one. Although still, it would have been a nice gesture on Keiichi's part if he had offered it to her. But she also cheated to win, so... The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind.
そうそう。レナさん圧勝でございましたわね。
Okay, well, she won because she went up against simps.
レナが
That's not a real victory.
悪いけど誰にも勝ち目はないな。
Oh wait, no, she was saying Rena, not Rika. Never mind. Never mind, I take that back. Rena won for pure
だ
skill.
ってすごい可愛いカルタだったんだもの。ほら、買っちゃったんだよ。はう。
I mean, there's some ship teasing between Keiichi and Rena and also Keiichi and Mion. So I feel like that could very well turn into a love triangle situation.
リカも相変わらずですわ。リカにかかれば男どもなんて赤子の手をひねるようなものですわね。
No, no mercy.
楽勝だったのです。
She knows that she's doing it too.
どこま
Ugh.
で計算づくでどこまでが天然なのか。リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖いな。
I feel like Rika could either turn out very normal and well-adjusted, or she could take over the world.
さとこちゃんだってすごかったね。最後は大盛り上がりだったよ。褒められるようなゲームではありませんでしたよ。ケイチも最後はとうとう牙を剥きましたです。
Yeah, please don't ask how that happened.
まあな。俺は追い詰められてからが強い男なんだ。
富田さんたちなんだかすっごく応援してましたけど、
Um,
なんでかしらね。
you know, don't ask. Rena's like, this is the best day. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like, in the OG art style and in the console art style, Rika always just looks like she's nervous or, like, just very nonplussed about the situation. Yeah, she's like, uh-huh. But then here in the remake, she's always got a smile on, which is interesting.
富田と岡村に何か約束してましたです。
Uh-oh. Rika was bugging the
きっ
place.
と内緒話なのですよ。
She knows.
内緒話、内緒話。なんだろうね、なんだろうね。
男には時に戦いを通じてしか語り合えないものがあるんだよ。
Uh-huh. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents, and reflected on how fun today was.
見てごらんなさいませ。夕日が綺麗でございますわよ。
That's definitely a very pretty background. Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waving where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Yeah, but not for long! Oh, there we go! Higurashi when they cry. That took a while to get to that first break. New tips unlock. Who's Mion's uncle? Game Masters. Finish a Sunday of fun and games. It's even funnier because I've got the Sunday achievement on Sunday. Ooh, somewhat ominous music. Who's Mion's uncle? I just don't know. Let's figure this out.
ごめん。今日はさ、急におじさんの店のバイトが入っちゃってさ。
なんだなんだ。じゃあ今日の部活はお流れってわけか。
いやー、いや
Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned.
そんなに部活がやりたかったら、おじさん抜きでやってもいいけど。
I forgot she always described
部活ご
herself
とに
as an
ゲー
old
ムがいっぱい入
man.
ってるからさ。
It is weird.
どれか適当に選んで。
I say we play Candyland! The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, there was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom.
やめとく。俺がいじったらロッカーの中身がドサドサって溢れてきそうな気がするよ。
そうだね。
Oh, great.
素人は手を出さない方が無難かもしれない。
I don't know how it's gonna fall on me. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do it was the club president.
みー、先生が体育倉庫の鍵を探してますですよ。
Darn it! Did Tomoya get locked in there again?
心当たりはありませんですか？
あれ？私職員室に返せなかったっけ？
Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket.
ほら、やっぱりミオンさんですのよ。私、絶対そうだと確信してたでございますわ。僕も大正解なのですよ。さとこと一緒に大正解なのです。
Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration.
やかましい。
How blunt! Did she just beat the both of them? Slap, clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads and then headed for the teacher's
あ
lounge.、
そうだ。
It seemed
二
uncalled
人とも
for.
聞いたか。今日はミオンバイトがあるから部活はお休みだとさ。
あら、そうなんですの？それはつまらないでございますわね。みー。
Meep? That's not a word, Rika. The two of them made disappointed faces. No, they didn't! Those are not faces of disappointment. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. Those are not melancholic expressions! They're both smiling!
ミオンってバイトをやってるんだよな。あいつ一体
Or
何
is
の
this
バ
a
イトを
case
して
where
るん
it's
だ？
just the remake? Okay, Rika's a little disappointed here, but... No, Satoko... Yeah, like, look how vastly different Rika looks in this art style compared to this one. It's kind of astonishing. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. The nerve of her having a job! However, it also doesn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row and then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job.
別に決まったお店でお勤めをしてるわけではないのです。
Maybe her uncle is like a business entrepreneur who owns like half the
決
town.
まってないってことは、じゃあ日雇いってことなのか？
Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing.
ミオさんはおじさんの店にお休みが出たりすると応援に駆けつける便利屋さんなんだそうですわ。
I admit Rika is a decent reason why I like the remake graphics a lot better, but also, once things started getting creepy, this art style was the creepiest, which that's what I'm going for.
ああ、なるほどな。そういえばおじさんのとこでバイトなんて話、前にも聞いたことがあるような気がする。
お店を持ってるおじさんがいっぱいいるので、ミーは引っ張りだこなのです。
That's true. The original sprites, they've got a charm to them. Like, as derpy as they can look sometimes, there is a charm to them. But once the things started getting creepy, the original sprites did not look creepy to me at all. I'm just like, oh no, instead of Rena having legit crazy eyes and a psychotic smile, it's just like, oh, it looks like she just smoked a weed. Hashtag Artie quotes. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them?
あら、ケイチさんはご存知ありませんの？沖の
Okay, yeah, so it is a case of multiple
親戚の方がや
uncles.
ってるお店って結構いっぱいありますのよ。
へえ、それは知らなかった。そんなにいろいろあるのか？
Yes, well, you can have multiple uncles.
ええ、パン屋さんとか八百屋さんとかラーメン屋さんとか、
Ooh, can I work at the bakery?
他にもまだまだ。あの部活をやったおもちゃ屋さんもそうなんですのよ。
I was dumbfounded. That's amazing.
ミオンの一族って何気に詳細があるんじゃないか。それだけいろいろあるってのもなんだかすごいよな。
They're just living in their small town world.
他にもサラ金屋さんとか地揚げ屋さんとかイメクラ屋さんとか。
Rika, how do you know about that?
いろいろやってると言ってますです。
She has an uncle who's a literal shark. Okay, couple of weird things came up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty extensive.
あいつに小銭を借りると妙に返却期限にうるさいのはサラ金屋の血が流れてるからか。
I hope she's helping out the uncle in the bakery and not the uncle who runs the brothel.
納得納得。
ミーにお買い物代を借りたことを
Forgot about that
ポロリ
expression
と
of
忘れて
Rika's.
しまったら耳を揃えて返さんと身売りして風呂に沈めたるどと凄まれましたのです。
Well, that's freaking dark! Wow! Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Oh, crap. Bro!
お風呂に沈められ
They
て
did
溺れる
not.
なんて
They should not have gone
何
there.
にも程がありますわね。
That is dark AF. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. He relies more on sound than visuals when creating atmosphere and horror. The sound design was great in Chapter 1. Rika-chan and I gave a pat on her head. And the things that creeped me out most weren't necessarily the sprites, but rather just the, again, kind of the atmosphere and the writing. Which is good.
なぜ撫でられるんですの？さとこはいい子さんですからなでなでなのです。
Sure! Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. I feel like we didn't need a whole skit for that. They could have just said, like, oh, Mion, like, you're going to work? Yeah, I've got a bunch of uncles and I help them out from time to time. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's continue. Hey.
午後の授業ってさ、どうしてこう眠いんだろうね。
Why is your voice so deep all of a sudden? It's like you have a different voice actress now. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic.
眠いことに医学的説明が必要かよ。話してもいいが、もっと眠くなるぞ。
堪忍して。
It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Satoko and everybody else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them.
ほら、みーちゃんは委員長さんなんだから
12-hour
もっと
difference,
頑張らない
yikes.
と。寝ちゃダメだよ。
Rena's the sensible one, shockingly.
私さ、クラス委員長じゃなくて
Rena,
水泳
don't
部の
stand
部
up
長
on
がいい
your
んだ
chair.
よ
You'll fall down and hurt yourself.
いっぱい寝れるから。
ほうしてその心は
水泳部なだけに睡眠グーなんちゃって。
Yeah, there's some disturbing writing in here, which is a blessing and a curse. Bam! The teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with a corner of the textbook.
お後がよろしいよ。
I forgot about the super hot teacher in this. Teacher's best girl, without question.
今日はこれくらいにしましょう。委員長、号令。
起立気をつけ。
Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of those odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. You got out at 2 p.m. in high school? Lucky. When they knew class was over, Satoko and Rika-chan returned to the classroom.
お疲れ様なのです。さあ、楽しい部活の時間ですのよ。
Oh boy, happy fun sub! Hey, how's it going? Could I don't really take requests. I have heard of the Danganronpa games. I may play them in the future, but no promises. I'm playing for Higurashi, and also I have a very large backlog of Ace Attorney Let's Plays already recorded that I need to upload to. Yes, teacher's dressed appropriately, and teacher is an adult. For all of these reasons, teacher is best girl.
よっしゃ。そうだね。今日は何をしようかね。
ねえみーちゃん、今日は昨日のイベントの続きにはならないの？そうそうですわ。あれだけ大盛り上がりして尻切れトンボでは納得
But we're gonna have to go into town to have all the other people present so they can witness the victory.
まあまあ気持ちはわかるけどまたの機会にしようよ。放課後の教室なんてしみったれたロケーションじゃなくてもっと晴れの舞台でさ。
俺はいつでもいいけどな。決勝戦は後輩たちも立ち会わせる約束になってるんだ。
Yes,
あら
exactly.
かじめ日取りを決めてほしいぜ。
Yep.
わあ、ケイチくんすごい。応援してくれる人がいるんだね。
Yeah, don't ask why.
レナにも応援してくれる人いないかな。
I'm sure there's somebody in chat who's cheering you on. Actually, I would cheer on Rena in this situation, because I feel like she would be the least likely to abuse the order people around rule. Maybe Rika. I couldn't help but watch as Rena entered her pining maiden mode.
手は抜けないけど、レナの優勝、俺が祈ってるぜ。
With a saturnine Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Rena's hair roughly.
ケイチくん、それどういう
Rena turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Rena and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. What? Where are you watching the reflections from? I don't know. Yeesh. Ah, even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was certainly troubling.
レナ殺しのケイチなのです。
When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once.
でもそのレナはサトコやリカちゃんキラーなわけでしょ。
Rena, it's funny that you're calling her a killer, because
私たちはケイチさんには負け
there's
ませんでした
technically
よ。
only one killer here. Although you could argue it was justified self-defense.
へえ、なんだか面白い相関図だな。俺たちの強さってじゃんけんみたいに相性があるわけだ。
Where is this game going? I have no idea. Hence why it's a blind let's play, or stream series.
でもそれ、ミオンが抜けてるな。
当たり前でしょ。 私相性なんか関係なく誰にでも負けないし。
Well, that is true if you cheat, unless you get caught cheating and then you lose forever. Mion leered with the gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. Well, her family's the government, so I guess that's kind of fitting. The mood in the room became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started.
さーてぼちぼち始めようかね。
Are we gonna play that stupid card game where you have to memorize the bends and folds in the cards in order to figure out which ones they
そ
are?
れでみーちゃん、今日は何をやるのかなかな。
Mion let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of fiends crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know. On top of that, fiends used for penalty games like cat ears and collars are kept in there. The capacity of that fiend is unfathomable. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall and into the fourth dimension. That's my theory, anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain how somebody could pull out item after item? After Mion touched her hand to the chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games.
今日はさちょっとシンプルにいってみようかね。
Arm wrestling!
大道具を使ったゲームばかりってのも大味でよくないでしょ。
That's fair, and yes, this game does take a dark turn. Chapter 1 got very dark. I will be very disappointed if this chapter doesn't turn dark, but thanks for joining in. And have a good night, JCC.
どんなゲームでもみんなでやれば大盛り上がりしますです。
That's a nice attitude to have, Rika. Unfortunately, it's just not true. Rena and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt that even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun.
私は楽しくないですわ。
Oh yeah, well, Satoko, too bad. Not everybody gets what they want.
草むしりなんか。
あ、やっぱりか。っていうか、サトコ、人の表情を見て考えを読むのはやめろ。
ケイチ君は顔に考えて
She's playing the visual novel too.
ね。
She can't help it.
すぐ分かっちゃうんだよ。
I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face or I could be in for a rough time.
はーいみんな
That's something I can be good at.
ルールを説明するよ。
We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun.
今日のゲームは割とパーティーゲームで
Oh
は知られてる
no,
やつな
we're
んだよ
playing Mario Party. Hopefully it's Mario Party 5 or 7.
シンパシーって言うんだけど聞いたことある。
That's not a game, that's an emotion. Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Huh? Maybe I might know this.
みーちゃん、それひょっとしてお題目を決めてみんなで連想する言葉を書いて同じ答えを書いた人が多ければ多いほど得点っていうゲームかな。だったらレナ知ってるよ。
Ah, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school when we were on the bus during a field trip.
知らないゲームでしたよ。説明してほしいですわね。
まずね親がお題目を決めるんだよ。例えばデザートっていうお題目を決めたとする。さとこはデザートって言われたら真っ先に何を思いつくかな。
Delicious.
そうですわね。例えばプリンとか。
OK だったらさとこは手元のメモにプリンって書くわけ
Pudding.
で全員で一斉の背で答えを公開し合う。でプリンって書いた人が2人以上いれば得点。いればいるほど高得点だから
Okay.
全員が同じ答えが来たら最大5点入るわけ。
I've played a version of this game where, like, yeah, there's a topic and you write down your answer and you want to match with exactly one other person. Where, like, if you don't match with anybody, you get no points. If you match with one other person, you get, like, I think 5 points or, like, 3 points. And if you match with more than one person, then everybody who matched gets only 1 point. So it's really weird. So, like, when I play with my family, I try to do really obscure inside jokes with my siblings in order to, like, narrow it down. Thanks for joining, Ruben. Have a fantastic night. Thanks for joining in. Great chatting with you. And yes, I will be uploading individual VODs, splitting it up into episodes gradually as the weeks progress. Hope to see you for next stream. Take care.
つまりみんなと同じ答えになるように考えるのがコツなのです。
It was exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game was to think in a way that you have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with anybody else, then you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like everybody else will choose. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game.
みー、さとこのために一回だけ練習をしてみましょうです。
Mion's gonna be no!
オッケー。親は部長である私でいいよ
Oh,
ね
she's going along with that.
お題目を何か適当に。
I could try playing this too. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page.
一回だけ練習せんね。最初のお題目はかき氷。
Syrup. Syrup was the first thing that came to mind.
かき氷って言ったら決まってるよね。
Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. The most popular amongst those is obviously melon.
みんな書いた？じゃあ一斉に公開するよ。一斉のせ。
いちごんとき。
What? I'm the only one with melon?
お前らイチゴなんてスタンダードなつまんねえの選ぶだよな。おいレナ、かき氷でイチゴなんか頼むかよ。夏祭りで一番早く売り切れるのはメロンって決まってるんだぜ。
レナもメロン味は好きだよ。でもやっぱりイチゴ味だよね。
Strawberry is good, but like shaved ice just isn't all that great. There, I said it. I said it. If I wanted shaved ice, I would just eat
確かに
snow
私も選ぶ
and
な
then
ら
drink
メロン
juice
です
at the
よ
same time. I'm not paying for that.
だけどね、これは連想ゲームだよ。かき氷って言ったらまず人はイチゴでしょ。
I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. It's okay. I lost as
リカルは
well.
何て書いてありますの？それかき氷ですの？宇治金時です。
Okay, Rika, I think you're having a stroke.
たまらない美味しさなのですよ。
Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Still, that's a pretty refined choice. I don't even know what that is.
これで大体わかったかな。イチゴって書いた人は仲間が3人いるから3点獲得。この調子で点を競っていくわけ。
わかりましたわ。それよりミオンさん、今日の罰ゲームは何にしますですの？
Wait, this is the continuation of the tournament, wasn't it?
やっぱりあるんだね。何かな？何かな？
The loser has to go to the bank and deposit some money and get dum-dums for everybody.
何にしようかね。
Because they always have the dum-dum lollipops available, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm taking 6 of these. It's like, it's limited for 1 per customer, and usually it's only when they're children. I'm taking 6 of these.
ケイちゃん、何か提案ある？
え、
That!
罰ゲーム？そうだな。小学校の頃
When I was in elementary school.
やっぱりあれだよな。そう。
Slipping! You can't do that.
つまり負けた人が全員の荷物を持たされて
Oh, wait! Oh, never
って
mind.
やつでしょ。
That's, that's actually a cool punch.
男子がよくやってるね。全身ランドセルだらけにして歩いてる小学生よく見るし。
That's the kind of punishment I could get
でも
behind.
どうするの？さとこちゃんと
Makes you
リカ
stronger.
ちゃんのお家は私たちとは逆方向だよ。
Well, then you're gonna take a long time to get home.
じゃあ1位の荷物をビリが家まで運んであげるでいいんじゃない？
That also works.
全員の荷物の宅配だと結構いい距離になっちゃうしね。
I could also get down for that. Like, loser has to buy dessert and share with the class. I'd be down for that. But if it's like, oh, the loser has to publicly humiliate themselves in front of everybody, I'm like, no.
それくらいならいいかもね。なんだか今日の罰ゲームは簡単ですわね。
That's fine.
この程度の罰ゲームではケイチさんにやらせても面白くありませんわ。
This
じ
girl's
ゃ
the
あ
worst.
もうちょっとレベルアップしようかね。ただ荷物運びをするだけじゃなく じゃーん。
Let me just
これ
they
を
have to wear a
機会に
stupid
元喜びを
outfit.
してもらうというのはどうかな。
I was joking. I knew it. Why do they always include public humiliation in with the freaking punishment?
なな
Well, yes, it's a dress of some
なぜ
kind.
にメイド服
Yep, called it.
かわいいけどそんなの嫌。でもケイチさんが負けた場合はどうしますの？ケイチさんに着れるサイズがなければ。
I was gonna say, like, the girls here are 5 pretty different sizes. There's no way that that's a one-size-fits-all maid outfit. I guess maybe Satoko and Rika could have the same size. Maybe.
そこは抜かりないよ。ケイちゃん用にちゃんと XL サイズも用意してあ
The
るの
fact that
ね
you plan this in advance shows how creepy you are.
さあケイちゃん覚悟はいい？
No.
メイドコスさせて外を練り歩かせてあげるよ。カチューシャからガーターベルトにショーツまで全部揃ってるんだからね。
You are disgusting.
絶対変だ。なんでそんなものがサイズごとに全部ロッカーに入ってるんだよ。
This is bad, Keiichi Maibara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in an overtly cruel price to pay. Yeah, it's almost like they're cruel. What if I make a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maibara boy. Did you hear about him? Seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know.
それは辛すぎる。
That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why, on the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say master while dragging them around in the village in such an embarrassing outfit. Oh great, now he's gonna be like, actually I'm okay with it. Wait, why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me. Oh, gosh.
やっぱり普通の荷物持ちにしようよ。
Everyone's a pervert except me.
ほら、ケイチ
Oh,
君
and
が固まっ
Rena.
ちゃってるし。
Sorry. Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hands on Rena's shoulders.
レナ、罰ゲームが何かが問題じゃない。勝てばいいのさ。そうだろう、みんな。
I turned to everybody with an idiotic grin. Yes! My pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam.
お、ケイちゃん分かってきたね。どんな罰ゲームでも恐れない。
That is objectively false.
勝てばいいんだから。だよな、みんな。えい、えい。
Okay, even if you're dirty-minded, there's a thing called keeping it to yourself. And not making it open to everybody. Like, come on, man. This is not how normal people are. From Mio to Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. No they didn't. Only Satoko did. Only Rena seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. Rena is... No, well, again. If this is a different Rena than Chapter 1 Rena, maybe this one's actually normal. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? Even if she wins, even for Rena, it's quite a delectable opportunity.
おいおいレナ、これかなりのビッグチャンスだぜ。メイド服のリカちゃんはサトコをお持ち帰りできる史上最強のチャンスなんだぞ。
He even sounds creepier now. Spleesh! Rena began. What is with this game being like, oh, they're thinking of perverted things. Their nose starts bleeding. It's like, that's not a thing. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Rena. That look in her eyes.
お持ち帰り。別にケイチ君でもミーちゃんでもいいんだよ。
How are you going to explain that to your parents, Rena? Just like, Rena dear, why is your friend carrying your stuff in a maid outfit? Well, see, we kind of played a game, and Or no, Rena, why is your friend carrying your stuff to the door while dressed like a maid? And why is he a boy? You wouldn't get it. Alright.
全員覚悟は決まったね。じゃあメモの用意。
The only way we're gonna get out of this, the only way we can stop this from happening, is to continually force Mion to be the one who has to do it every time. Then she'll stop forcing these stupid punishments out.
第1問。いくよ。
Mion opened up her textbook to a random page and read out a word that caught her
ま
eye.
ず最初のお題目は
Alright, get ready. Summer break, beach. That's the first thing that came into my head. Even though I don't like going to the beach. But summer and beach just always go together. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this.
いい？いくよ。いっせーのせ。
On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write?
蚊取り線香
Mosquito coils?
レナと私が
I don't think Rika's winning this game. Hey! DX, you and I had the same idea!
よっしゃ、2点獲得。
2 points!
でもさとこちゃんの花火ってのもいいよね。
Fireworks aren't specifically summer.
リカちゃんの蚊取り線香ってのも季語みたいでとってもいいと思うよ。
Everybody's summer vacation! Mosquitoes! Yeah, that's true.
どの答えも実に涼やかなのです。
夏休みまでもうすぐだね。今年の夏はどうやって過ごすかな。
Beach. Invigorating words invoke the image of a summer break. Actually, if they went to the beach, they would just be like, oh, look at the skimpy bathing suits. Never mind. Not beach. Winter retreat. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts.
ところで圭一さんの答えは何ですの？早く見せなさいでございますわ。
俺のは大した答えじゃ。
You're all supposed to show it at the same time, Keiichi. You fail!
ダメダメ。見せるのがルールなんだから。ほらほら。
Hi, Marty. It's not gotten scary yet. It's just gotten uncomfortable.
やめろよ。見るな。
They're basically playing that game where you have to match with other people to get points, where you like get a word and you have to write a word that's associated with it. What did Keiichi write? Homework. It's summer vacation. It's like the last word that would go together with it. Room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer break.
圭一くんの夏休みって楽しくなかったんだね。大丈夫ですよ。今年の夏はみんなで過ごしましょうです。
Yeah, we do homework together.
圭一を一人ぼっちにはしませんですよ。
That's good. Rika-chan gently petted my head. Okay, what's up with the head petting? This seems weird. What exactly does summer break mean to me? Summer courses. Observing sunflowers. Practice exams. Special summer focus seminars. Oh, he has the tiger mom, I guess. I know nothing of hot summers. Because I've always been in air-conditioned cram school. Ugh, the tears.
ケイちゃんの夏休み。
Yes, Proxima, thank you for joining in, but please do get some sleep. And you can always, the stream's recording will still be up, and I'll be uploading the episodes throughout the week. Thank you for joining in, and have a fantastic sleep. Okay, now there's the anime.
そんな哀れみの目で俺を見るんじゃねえ。
Brust, you're overreacting, okay? This is not how real life would go. This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine.
まあとにかく私とレナは2点獲得ね。続けていくよ。
Oh no! Anyway.
次は
Oh, fish. Chips. So it's fish. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur on things like flounder. I wonder who will match with this answer. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Oh, if you said chips in Japan, nobody would match up.
じゃあいいかみんな。今度は俺から公開するぜ。いっせーのせ。
Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, do you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Rather than right sashimi, however, I choose the more amiable term in sushi. That is my cunning ploy. But contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression is listless.
そうだよね。お魚って、お寿司は美味しいもんね。
Stop overreacting. Your screams are more annoying.
じゃあ残る全員も公開するよ。いっせーの。イルカ。
Dolphin is not a fish. Whale is not a fish. Aquarium, fine.
理科と同じ答えですわね。
Grilled fish is delicious. Well, I'm losing this game thus far.
2点獲得ですわ。
To be fair,
クジラか。
Rika and Satoko did have the best answers.
私も考えたんだけどね。
Whale is not a fish!
イルカにしちゃった。
It's a mammal. Dolphin is also a mammal.
あ、そうだったの？
I'm losing the game because everyone's stupid.
レナは最初イルカって書いたんだけど、誰も書かないかなって思って。
It's not a fish. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a fish. It just has to relate to fish. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly as their thoughts drifted over the horizon. It seems as if they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there.
これで全員2点獲得ですわね。ケイチさん以外。ケイチ君の答え0点だけど、レナはとっても独創的で面白いと思う。
Rena, I don't need the pity. Or he doesn't need the pity.
魚と聞いて真っ先に食用に走るとは。
Well, duh! Am I just weird for thinking that? I thought of chips when I heard fish.
ケイちゃん、心の貧しさを恥じた方がいいよ。
No, not at all. Fish are for eating. Okay, bro, just stop with the screaming. Okay, Keiichi, you're just embarrassing yourself right now. Thank you! Yeah! But again, it just has to be something they think of, so it's still valid.
全会一致で却下。次の問題いくよ。
What a horrid game this is today! As the games pile on, it seems as if I'll be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points! I want to at least get a point in the next round.
さて次のお題目は
Okay, get ready.
桜。
Card captor. Damn it! This time I'll do it! Keep your cool, Keiji Maibara. Don't think what you would normally think. Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Mochi, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. They're all gonna write that down. Throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. Just for now, think of yourself as girl. You are a girl. You are a girl. I am a girl.
みんな書けたかな？
Oh no, he's gonna embarrass himself,
いくよ。
isn't he?
ケイチさん、今度くらい得点できないとやばいではございませんの？
Shut up. This time it's perfect. I've completely surpassed my own instincts. Or suppressed. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it match!
ケイチ君、今度は自信たっぷりだね。レナね、今度はケイチ君と会うようにね。
Bah!
考えたのよ。
No, Rena!
桜餅。僕も大好きなのです。炊きましたですよ。
I knew. I see. This game is too easy to predict until it gets insane.
今頃になって食い気を出すんじゃねえ。
ではケイチさんは私と同じではございませんこと？お花見ですのよ。
I don't even know what that is.
そうだよね。桜って言ったらお花見しかないでしょ。私も書いたよ。
Mion and Satoko's response was Hanami. Hanami? Seriously?
お花見なんて酒盛りして地帯を晒す親父イベントの定番だろうが。
That seems par for the course for visual novels.
なんで今頃になってあっさり女の子な答えを放棄するんだよ。
じゃあ何ケイちゃん。あんたどんな女の子の答えを書いたわけよ。
These girls are psychotic.
なんでもないよ。次行こう次。あ。
Before I knew it, Rika had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I'd hidden behind my back.
口紅って書いてありますです。
He wrote the same thing as I did! I don't know how to feel about that. Or I said card captor, but It became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. It would be fine if someone at least laughed at me or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. This feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush with a sudden wave of heat.
そうだよ。大騒ぎしたら、その個性的な趣味の人だって勘ぐられ
This
ちゃ
is
うよ。
stupid.
いや、そんな力説しなくてもよく知ってるよ。うん、知ってる知ってる。
This is not happening. It's cute. Why is the voice cutting out? Oh, this is one of those things that was removed from the re-release, so there's no voice acting. Saw it for the first time recently. Sakura's cool and so cheerful all the time. Why did they remove this out? I like the girl who's always filming to the camcorder. Is this like some dirty stuff? Okay, yeah, there it is. There it is! I felt like I'd inadvertently burned it out something unnecessary and had completely self-destructed, but that wasn't my main problem. No. You all know it, don't you? Why didn't you write it down? I don't know what's happening. Well, I do kind of know what's happening, but whatever. Poomph. Mion quietly put her hand on my shoulder.
ケイちゃん、今確信したわ。ケイちゃんは骨の髄まで親父なんだよ。
Oh, this
強
is
制不
not
能
good.
なくらい。
Why is it every time I play a visual novel on my channel? Outside of Ace Attorney, I regret it. Ace Attorney is the only good visual novel. And Clannad. But even Clannad, I had some regrets. Probably because they're psychotic.
そんなことないよ、ケイチくん。さあ、頑張ろう。ここから大逆転だよ。
Oh wait, we haven't lost yet.
おやつな
So what was the point of that
あり
scene?
えませんわ。おとなしく今日の罰ゲームをおくらいなさいませ。
What was today's penalty game again?
メイドさん衣装、カチューシャ。
I thought they literally just said he had to dress up like the
普
maid.
通の人の荷物を運ぶのですよ。
Okay, this is very dumb. Okay, she likes My Little Pony. Oh, well, that's embarrassing.
我が部の部員ならこの絶対不利を覆してごらん。さあさあ続けていくよ。
I don't like Mion. We'll never tell you how the game ends. That's just the end. You know what? Whatever. My headcanon is that they realized how psychotic they were being, apologized, and just had them carry the winner stuff. That's what actually happened. And then they all went to the malt shop. Oh no. Judging by the expressions, I think Rena lost.
ケイチくんが嬉しそうだよ。なんでだろう、なんでだろう。
Oh wait, no, if she had lost, she would have had a different outfit. You know they would have animated her in a maid outfit for fan service reasons.
と女装の喜びに目覚めちゃったんだよ。
あ、ケイチくん、カチューシ
Never
ャ
mind.
着そうだよ。
We better not get a CG of
直して
this.
あげるね。
I do not want a CG of this. Rena cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head.
どうよケイちゃん。本物の女の子の前で女の子の格好をする快感に目覚めたりとかした？
Don't be gross.
正
Oh
直に言
wait,
って
too
ごら
late.
ん。大丈夫。笑ったりしないから。
You literally are both laughing right now.
てめえぶっ殺す
Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't even have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Yuck. Ugh, damn you, Mion. What do you mean knowing this will come in handy one day?
男がエプロンドレスの着方を習って人生のどこで役に立つってんだよ
Man, was she that salty about not getting the doll? Probably. Exactly, DX. Please, you don't have to share your
ケイ
interests
ちゃ
with
ん
your
声大
friends.
きい声大きい。
黙ってりゃ演劇のお稽古くらいでごまかせるんだから。
No. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. You literally just screamed like a banshee. Don't even try.
でもケイちゃんってさ、お肌のキメ細かいよね。
Alright, creeper.
お化粧のノリがいいってよく言われない？
Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Why is this in the game? Why? This is the thing. So often when I play visual novels, it's like when they actually have the important stuff here, it's really good. But then they throw in dumb, creepy filler stuff like this, where it's like, this has no reason to be in the game. It adds nothing. It's not funny or amusing. It's just cringe. But every visual novel I've played has had it. Outside of Ace Attorney. What kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? Theater boys.
メイドさんのカチューシャをつけた感想はどう？これぞまさに画量転生。カチューシャこそがメイド衣装の真骨頂だもんね。
Man, I want to punch her in the face.
何が画量転生だ。バカこら。
Yes.
いじるな。
Yeah, throw those juvenile insults
ケ
out.
イチくん照れてる。かいい。
Rena, I'm not happy about this situation.
そうそう。男の人ってフリフリとかって好きなんだよね。
I really want to punch her.
そうよ。それを自分で身につけてみた感想は。
感想なんて別に。バカやめろ。めくるな。
キュッとするでしょ。歩くたびに足元スースーするの。
I'm just gonna fast forward for all this because this does absolutely nothing for the plot, and it's very
メイドさん
dumb.
もケイちゃんはわかる？それはほら。
Hey, let's have a 30-minute segment about him wearing women's underwear. This is great! Oh my gosh! I freaking hate this! This is literally... Yeah, I'm not missing anything.
もじもじして。お持ち帰り。
じゃあね、ケイちゃん。
Okay.
今日は最高に楽しかったわ。
Just leave.
覚えてろ。ミヨン。今日の屈辱はきっと10倍にして返す。
Mion, you're never gonna be best girl at this
絶
rate.
対に俺が圧勝してこれ以上にすごい服着せてお持ち帰りしてやる。
I get the feeling that this is a very toxic friendship. Oh, hey, Shaggy's playing Gary's mod. I bet he's having more fun than I am.
おじさんに勝てたらね。その機会を楽しみにしてるわ。
Mion tossed me my clothes and, looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay,
ミ
now.
オンから解放された今、俺は1分1秒でも早く家に逃げ帰る必要が。
そうだね。レナはみーちゃんみたいに上手じゃないから、誰かとすれ違ってもフォローしてあげられないからね。
Uh-huh. Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. I'm pretty sure I was running about 100 meters in about 6 seconds there.
じゃあね、ケイチくん。
All you need is the right motivation.
また明日ね。
おう、また明日な。
Alright, you can't go into your house in the main entrance. You're gonna have to scale the wall, climb through the window, into your bedroom, and change there. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. Sure, that's what it is. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me.
おお、ケイチ。
This is not gonna be good.
帰ったか。お父さんはこれから散歩。
I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. He's like, I remember when I was part of the psychotic gaming club and had to wear a maid outfit. Good times. Those are my happiest memories. A normal person would have realized the particular scene around them. Oh, Keiichi.
父さん、これはほら、いつも話してる部活の罰ゲームなんだよ。今日はたまたま俺が負けちゃって。
My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand.
ケイチ、父さんとアトリエでちょっとお話ししような。もちろん母さんには内緒でだ。
やだよ、お父さん、話してよ。
Keiichi's dad's like, okay, if you're gonna be stupid, then we're gonna have a discussion on your stupidity.
俺今から見たいテレビが。
Mion, you shall rue this day! His artistic flame raging like a wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. No, I think Keiichi needs a positive male role model in his life to teach him to be a man.
ケイチいる？
Yeah, he's probably dead. Hi, Keiichi's mom.
あら、お風呂だったのね。それ化粧水よ。
いや
Mom, don't ask.
それより何？
ごめんね。母さんちょっと頭が痛くてお夕飯作れそうにない
Oh
の。
no.
だから申し訳ないんだけど、お父さんと一緒に表に食べに。
Yeah, this is gonna be not awkward at all. My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. Oh, she's a hashtag girl boss. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity.
それはいいけど、母さんは晩飯はどうするの？
母さん一人なら適当になんとかするから。いってらっしゃい。
ケイチ、車で行くから早くしなさい。
Talk's gonna get extended. This is gonna be an awkward car ride. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Well, he's a
お待た
man.
せ。で、
Oh yeah, steering wheel on the other side.
うん。
If you say Hooters, this is gonna be
お
awkward.
父さんな、この間いいお店見つけたんだよ。そこ行こうか。
My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. The headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night and carved a straight path towards town. Yeah! I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station.
父さんの言ういい店って。
We're going to Rainforest Cafe? Yes! The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant.
ケイチは入ったことないだろう。
Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only so far as Okinamiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away, after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car at the restaurant's parking lot. It seemed like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here. But what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagayo, I did not pronounce that right. Well, that's fine. Chiba? Saitama? Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways.
ケイチもどうやらこの店の凄みに。
What is up with this? It's just Rainforest Cafe. It's pretty good, but, like...
どういうこと？この店に来るためにこんなに遠方から人が来るってこと？
Rainforest Cafe is a legend, Keiichi. Have you ever wanted to eat next to really loud animatronic gorillas? I know I have. Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. Wait a second. Isn't this the place that Uishi took us to in the first chapter? Wait, is this the Hooters? Why is our dad taking us to Hooters? This is very awkward. Of all the restaurants, Dad, why did you pick Hooters? I mean, it's better than Twin Peaks, but that's a low bar. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Oh, that's something I don't miss from the 80s! Remember when you had to specify you didn't want harmful smoke in the area? Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. Are they parfaits? It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. Oh, yeah, well, Hooters, you don't go to Hooters for the food, if you get my drift. They're not making their money off of their quality
普通の
food.
ファミレスに見える。
味なんかはどうでもいいんだケイチ。
Oh, no. Keiichi's dad is a perv, too. He's married, but he still wants to sneak out and go to Hooters because the wife is sick.
なあ、いいだろう。
Bruh, this is so... Why is everybody a pervert? Why? I see. It may just be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. That's Hooters for you! It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family. Yet, no one brings their family to Hooters. And yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. How sleazy are these outfits that people are driving across the countries? I know sex sells, but come on. If they didn't come far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress.
すみません。セットのデザートがまだ来ないんですけど。
Ye gads, how dare you have to wait for your food?
申し訳ございません。
I knew it was Hooters! Wow, that is one skimpy outfit. This is ridiculous.
日替わり A セットのデザートです。
Uh-huh. Sure, Keiichi's dad, and hi, Mion.
さっきからずーっと待ってるんですけどね。
So this is her part-time job. Yuck.
すみません。すぐにお持ちし
Matter,
ま
it's
す
a
の
different green-haired girl. I'm gonna regret this, but what does this outfit look... Ugh. That's somehow worse. That's probably the least uncomfortable version of the outfit. That's the least uncomfortable version of the outfit, so we're doing this one. The apparently rookie waitress ran off flustered. Yeah, Mion's 16, so this is Twin Peaks. Wow. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd rather be at Hooters right now.
父さん、
Dad?
ひょっとしてこの店って
The fact that he's married and doing
いい
this.
だろ
No! No, they're not. Wow! The only likable character in the only two likable characters in this are Rika and Keiichi's mom. I was gonna say and the police officer, but he also went to Hooters.
う。ここのウェイトレスさんの制服。
Oh my gosh, this is the worst. I should not have started playing this. Did we punch her dad?
何をするんだケイチ。父さんにも殴られたことないのに。
He did! You know, justified!
俺は息子だ。
いいかケイチ。父さんは決して不埒なつもりで来ているんじゃないんだぞ。
Oh, yeah, you read them for the articles.
あのグッドでキュートでエキセントリックな衣装から受けるインプレッション。
Oh yeah, this is literally the Hooters equivalent of I read it for the articles.
芸術的インスピレーションを。
Actually, I guess that would be, no, the food's really good.
お前に感じさせてやりたかったんだよ。お前だってこういう刺激を求めていたはずだ。
No, it must be a different girl with green hair.
そうだろう。でも一人じゃ恥ずかしい。
Yeah, coming to Hooters alone is embarrassing, but coming with your teenage son? Oh no, that's perfectly normal.
分かってる。
No, I don't.
だから父さんが無理やり連れてきたんだ。父さん。
You can tell I'm upset because my voice is rising by like 4 octaves.
父さんが泥をかぶったとしても、ケイチにはこの気持ちを分かって欲しかったんだ。
Can I eat with psychopath Rena instead?
ああ、トイレ行ってくる。
My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Oh, okay, gee, it's way too late for that. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed for the washroom. Bring on the blood and gore and guts and blood and creepiness and gore and darkness and blood. I want that! With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beat red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip at the table and the table.
の
Oh yeah! In this art style, they actually move their mouths. Hi. Arriving at my seats, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say sorry for the wait.
大変お待たせして申し訳ありませんでした。
Right, just like that. Do your best! Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. Imagine being a veteran waitress at this restaurant. But that's the thing, I don't think there is a girl version of Hooters, because they know sex sells better for guys than it does for girls. I'm probably wrong, there's probably a restaurant there like, hey, want to be served by shirtless guys in board shorts? Well, now you can! The waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moves hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her puts me on edge. Does this dude really not recognize Mion? I silently watched as she placed her dessert on the... I ordered a dessert for her as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. It's just as Dad said. What incredible uniforms these are. No, they're not! They're sleazy. No, it's not a uniform. They are literally just wearing underwear. This is like a really cringy cosplay. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio, most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of a fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Ugh. In Japan, they have pretty boy butler cafes where they treat girls like queens, but even that sounds uncomfortable. I heard, my sister told me there were butler cafes where I'm just like, what? What is the appeal of that? Granted, I'm also asking what the appeal of maid cafes are, but deep down I know the appeal of it. I just think it's cringe. Wearing something like that walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. The flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Gee, I wonder why! Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. Yeah! There is nothing but pure awkwardness here. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. Oh, my news... What? Whatever. I'm just gonna stop. Oh, hey! At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. She's like, hey, I'm confident now. Oh, look at me. Oh. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Ugh. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Bruh, you only just now noticed? Wow! Keiichi, eyes up here.
ミオンだよな。
She's like, oh no! How did he recognize me? I'm wearing different clothes! On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. Bro, she literally looks exactly the same. It was Mion! Why is she here?
お前、なんでこんなとこで働い
Does
て
her
るんだ
uncle own the Hooters?
おじさんのお店の手伝い。
Is that a different voice actress? That does not sound like Mion. Or is it just because we're in the different art style? Wait, if we go back to default art style... Come to think of it, I did hear about how her relatives have stores in town and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. You know what? As cringy and uncomfortable as this is, at least she's not working at the brothel.
おー、それはご苦労さんなことで。
The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. I'm always right. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. I want to hear if she sounds different in this version. There really is a god! I'm pretty sure God doesn't want you eating at Hooters. I'm pretty sure that was in the Book of Romans. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back.
しかし、こうして見ると、結構そういう服も似合ってるじゃねえの。
恥ずかしいんだからあまり見ないでよ。
She sounds different. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo.
ミオンって結構胸があるから。
Bro, are you really gonna be like this? I know she forced you in a maid outfit, but you don't have to pay back lechery with debauchery.
お客さんみんな見てるぞ、きっと。
そんなこと言わ。
恥ずかしがったふりしてもダメだからな。ミオンはそういう恥ずかしい衣装で男の目を引いて楽しんでんだろ。じゃなきゃそんな格好できないもんな。
私だって好きでこんな。
No, you really should have gotten a job at the Dairy Queen. Is this alright, Keiichi Maibara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Yeah. Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? And the worst part is I am not using any of these as thumbnails. I cannot use anything like this for a thumbnail. Even if this game is rated M, the thumbnails still have to be rated G. Shut up, Logic! To Payback Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get.
こんな恥ずかしい格好してお母さんは悲しんでるぞ。
She is just a huge disappointment. Rah! What's going on? Oh wait, we've already seen that. Never mind.
見えそうで見えないのが最高だよな。もっと近いよれ。
Bruh. You're very. That's a different voice actress, I think. Either that or the voice actress is just real talented at sounding like very embarrassed.
お客様への奉仕の心がまだまだでおじゃるぞ。
Imagine this actually isn't Mion, and he's just like harassing a random girl and gets the police called on him.
どうかお許しを。
あうお持ち帰り。
Oh, are you Rena now?
それは
Okay, no, that's Mion. That's literally Mion. She recognizes the inside joke. Entering a version of Rena's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose. Like a waterfall, I was going to until I had no regrets. Imagine his dad comes. No, his dad would be like, oh yeah, Keiichi, Ogle the girl, yeah. Good gosh. Oh man, I was going to complete this verbal humiliation, but I mean revenge for today's events.
これくらいで今日は許してやろう。はう。
Seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this is good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good.
しかし知らな
It's
かっ
like,
た
man,
な。
I'm coming to Hooters every week.
天下ごめんのミオンがウェイトレスは苦手なんてな。
DX, Jiminy Cricket left this situation a long time ago.
でも意外な一面
He's
だ
like,
よ
you're
な。
going to Hooters? No way! I'm out!
昼間のミオンに見せてやりたいよ。
Actually, Jiminy Cricket was kind of a perv, so never
っ
mind.
ていうかレナたちにも見せてやりたいな。レナなんかきっと狂乱して喜ぶぞ。あいつこの店で働きたいとか言い出すんじゃないかな。
I could see her being like, I can't work here, or like, oh yeah, Keiichi wants me to work here.
違うんです。
俺もミオンにこんな可愛い服装が似合うなんて夢にも思わなかったぜ。
だから違うんです。
While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat.
違うって何がだよ。
ミオンじゃないんです。
Uh-huh. Even though you know all the inside jokes and stuff, and you look exactly like her? I guess you sound a little different, though. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words.
ミオンじゃないって。じゃあお前は誰だよ。園崎ミオンだろ。
ごめんなさい。言いそびれちゃってたんですけど、私園崎シオンなんです。
Uh-huh. Yeah. Shion, that's such a different name, yeah.
姉がミオンなんですよ。
Mm-hmm. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. There ain't no way Mion had a twin, and we didn't learn about it in the first timeline. Unless the difference between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 is that in this timeline, Mion has a twin. I could see them going either way with this. This is either the dumbest excuse ever, or it's like, huh, you thought it was a dumb excuse, but no, she does have a twin. It's brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously.
シオン？園崎シオン？
はい。
They even changed their name to that. Uh-huh.
よくお姉に間違われるんです。
I can't imagine why.
でも俺に会った時初対面とは思えない反応を示したよな。
Yeah, she was interacting like us as if she knew us.
それはいつもお姉が話してる人だから知ってたわけで。
Sure. A little bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would have never wished for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion.
そっか。
This is my split personality,
だったら
Keiichi.
その悪かったな。
Mion's a psychopath and I'm not.
いえ、分かってくれればいいんです。
She got the wink. She got the wink. She got the wink.
お姉も敵の多い人ですから。
Gee, I can't imagine why! Well, now she's self-aware of that fact now, is she? As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion laughed aloud
シ
with
オン
me.
はこういう仕事初めてなのか？慣れてなさそうだったからさ。
実は今日がケイちゃんが初めて
It's
の
her
お客
first
さん
day
なの。
working! What a coincidence that I just happened to be dragged along to Hooters with my dad on the first day Mion works at Hooters. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing.
おじさんの店でバイトしてるってのは前に聞いてたからさ。もっと手慣れてるものだと思ってたぜ。
お店持ってる親類って他にもいるの。だからこのお店のおじさんの手伝いをするのは初めてで。
She was reluctant to help out before now. She's like, I don't want to work at Hooters. I see. Makes sense. Anybody would be tempted at doing a job they weren't used to. And yeah, just as a reminder, as what was pointed out in chat earlier, Mion's 15, and she has to dress like this for her job. It's not
ミオンは
right.
この店手伝いに来ないのか？
お姉ってほらこういう可愛いの苦手なんで。
Uh-huh. I know what she's trying to say.
そうだな。ミオンってかっこいい系の方が似合うやつだもんな。だからこの店の手伝いはシオンちゃんが来て正解だったと思うぜ。
Okay, so he's kind of going along with her dumb excuse. I guess that's probably the classy thing to do. Although the real classy thing to do would be to not be at Hooters! Then again, he was dragged here by his dad, so there's not a whole lot he could have done about that. Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me.
その制服、ミオンなんかには絶対に似合わないと思うけど、シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると思うしさ。
それって
Shion, like Ren often does, spaced out and turned bright red.
どういう意味なの？
Hang on, I have to make a phone call. Boop, 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 boop. Hi, Mom. It's 8 p.m. and we're at Hooters. What?! At least for this moment, I felt like the Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room.
園崎さん、R 入っちゃっていいですよ。
I was her first customer and she can already take a break? Wow.
はい。
Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take her break.
じゃあ私はこれで噂のケイちゃんと話せて楽しかったです。
ミオンと勘違いしていじめて悪かったな。ミオンには改めて復讐すると伝えておいてくれ。
Whoa!
の格好をさせられて表を歩かせられたんですよね。
Uh-huh. What's with that smile there? Yeah, I got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. The devilish laugh and smile. It was exactly the same one as the one I knew.
そうだ。たっぷり書かされた恥はきっとお
Wait a
返
second.
しする
What am
と
I
伝え
doing?
ておいてくれ。
We wanted this art style.
で
Bleh.
それより私今日いじめられたことお姉にチクりますから。お姉に部活で敵を取られちゃってくださいね。
上等だぜ。返り討ちにしてやら。
But Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness, and then disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. At Hooters?! That's right. For now, I know the high and mighty Mion had as a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say that she has a twin sister, I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met today was Shion, the younger twin sister. Not this dumb crap again where it's like, it's the younger twins. Like, they're freaking twins. They're the same age. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. But that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Yeah, let's go with that.
Keiichi、そろそろいいか？
We didn't pay! We're just about to dine and dash.
帰ろう。
Bro, if there's one way to be less classy than to eat at Hooters, it's to dine and dash at Hooters. Settling... Oh, never mind. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Bruh. Ugh, damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer.
さっきの新米ウェイトレスさんは ケイチの知り合いか？
Oh, Keiichi's mom is not gonna be happy when we tell her.
なんだ、物陰から見てたのかよ。
Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes.
学校の子かい？ひなみ沢の？
うん。俺の友達のミオンってやつの妹なんだよ。
No, she was
学校
Mion.
はひなみ沢じゃなくて、町野に通ってるみたいだね。学校じゃ会ったことないから。
There is no way we never found out Mion had a twin sister named Shion in the first chapter. Given how much time we spent around and the fact that that town has like 16 people living in it.
へえ。ひなみ沢の子ってみんなケイチと同じ学校に通ってるわけじゃないのか？
半分くらいらしいよ。半分の生徒は町の学校まではるばる。
Bro, imagine biking 1 hour uphill both ways to get to school. Oh wait. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister! Something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. You should be a lot more embarrassed than a little embarrassed for dining at Hooters. This better not be a regular thing in Higurashi. Oh, it's time for the Hooters chapter! You have to go to Hooters in every single chapter of the game. New tips acquired. Does Shion really exist? And an introduction to Angel Mort. We already got the introduction to Angel Mort! Double the fun. Meet Shion. The fact that they don't even have that in double quotes seems to me to imply that Shion actually exists. Lovely. Is there really a Shion? Oh, hey! It's the alternate art style.
あ、ミオンさんの家族？
Okay, we can go back to this art style.
ああ、もっと平たく言えば、あいつに兄弟とかいないのかなって思ってさ。
Yeah, Mion's brothers would probably be more fun. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. And my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. Hey, Satoko, does she have a family?
どうなんでございましょうね。いるやらいないやら。
That is unnecessarily vague. She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play?
その反応からすると、会ったことがないみたいだな。
ええ、おばあさん以外にはありませんですわ。
Surely Rika would know. Rika's been here her whole life. And she plays the special role in the Watanagashi festival. So, like, surely she would know everybody in town. And she's nice enough that she'd actually tell us. As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory.
そういうのはリカが詳しいですよ。
Yeah! Ask Rika first! Rika's the variable source of information. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight.
リカ、ミオンさんのご家族のことをご存知ですの？
Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question.
ミーには家族や親戚がいっぱいいますですから、全部は
Okay, well,
な
how
か
about
なかわ
her
からないので
immediate
すよ。
family?
そんなにたくさんいるのか。例えばさ、園崎シオンってやつはいるのか？その聞き間違いかもしれないから、ひょっとすると実在しないかもしれないんだけど。
C ですか？ C はいますですよ。
Really? Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real?
よく似た名前ですのね。
Have you seen both Mion and Shion at the same location at the same time? Like,
間違えて舌を噛んじゃいそうですわ。ミーの双子の妹さんだと聞いたことがありますですが、あまり
you gotta ask her if she's seen Shion and Mion with her eyes at the same time. Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much.
何年か前に法事の集まりがあった時にあったような気がしますですよ。
How did we not know she existed in the first chapter then?
このクラスにいないってことは、学校は沖宮の方に通っているってわけかな。
But if Mion's family is the government, why would she go to a different town?
お家も沖宮なのかもしれませんわよ。だってミョンさん自身家族とは別でおばあさんと暮らしてるわけ
Oh
で
wait,
すから。
really? That's kind of weird. She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
とてもややこしいお家なのです。
Uh-oh.
親類の数が多いらしいですから、きっ といろいろと都合があるに違いないのですわ。
For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own positions, still seemed very mysterious.
お、3人揃って何の話だい？おじさんも混ぜてよ。あら、
ミオンさんいいところへ。ミオンさんに双子の妹さんがいるってのは本当でございますの？
Ah, Mion crap.
妹？いるよ。
Mm-hmm. Really? I do not believe this. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face, at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Yeah, babe, you know I did that.
それは知らなかったですわ。どんな方なのかしら。ぜひ一度お顔を見てみたいですわね。
Well, Satoko, I think you're a little too young to go to Hooters. Also, don't go to
会わ
Hooters.
ない方がいいよ。全然可愛くないし。
Wow, she's either the most savage twin sister in the whole world, or she's very embarrassed and trying to brush this under the rug. Just like Tigger did in that one episode of New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
生意気だし、
Yeah, not like you at all!
たまに電話で話すくらいで、私もしばらく会ってないし。
There's either some crazy, like, the twin sister's very estranged from the family and, like, does her own thing, and, like, she's just shunned by everyone in Hinamizawa, or if this is a complete utter lie. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this is pretty funny, so I let it go on for a little while longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant? Don't go back to Hooters, please! I can't take it! I had a mysterious feeling, as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Ah, I can't believe you told my secret to everybody! I can't believe you told us the secret! That's hilarious. That's my Satoko voice. An introduction to Angel Mort. Why is this like a creepy newspaper? Ooh, is there a murder at Hooters? That would make it a lot better. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue, Complete Conquest Analysis, Family Restaurant Chapter. What the butts is this? Now, at last, we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located at the remote Shishibone city of Redacted Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you could just go to a boop place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. Oh no. They're openly... Ugh. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. Yeah, it's torture for me. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms all across the country? War Photography Hunter. Away! That's the dumbest superhero I've ever heard. The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get a seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. That seems like the absolute worst possible place you could eat lunch. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there, as expected of Ryu the Hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akibara's boop and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. This is literally one of the creepiest things I've read. When I said I wanted a creepy game, I didn't mean this kind of creepy. Dear Lord. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. Good. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chance of coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders as though he had been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. Ryu, my aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in the booth and left my bag on the floor. Perhaps the hidden camera in the bag trick is already an old hat. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking there half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he got a few pieces of gold. As to be expected from the hunter. This is so disgusting. He obtained the nice angle, despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprisingly, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. Nobody got arrested for creeping on the underage girls at Hooters. This is a sad, sick world we live in. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the shrine maiden cuisine redacted in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store he had been seen through, placed in a booth and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much-anticipated shrine maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for Hunter. How long is this going on for? This is not important, and if this is important, then that's bad. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the Hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We present one passionate reader with free all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mourned uniforms chosen by Hunter himself. This is disgusting. With such blazing hot pictures, you too could become a war photographer today. I remember back in the day when being a war photographer meant taking photos of a war! Not going to Hooters and taking creepy photos of underage girls without their permission. And by the way, it would still be creepy if you did have their permission. Okay. Well. You know, I don't think I can play anymore tonight. I have to work tomorrow, and that was very many kinds of uncomfortable, so we'll save there. The end of that chapter 2. We ended at the end of chapter 2 of chapter 2. Oh, you know, that's great. Alright, well that was the start of chapter 2 of Higurashi When They Cry. Hopefully we get to the murder stuff next stream, which will also be at Sunday at, I'll probably still be streaming at 8 p.m., although if 7 p.m. works better for people, I might take a poll, then I would be willing to stream an hour earlier then. So, I guess I'll keep people posted. Otherwise, Backyard Hockey returns on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, so thanks for watching. It was great chatting with you all. Great getting some witty banter back and forth. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and God bless everybody.